I guess I should start by saying I'm 82 years old now. And, living this long, it changes how you see things. It makes you notice small details. It makes you slow down. And sometimes it makes you think about, the bigger picture. Life feels different when you've lived decades of mornings and evenings, birthdays and losses, when you've watched people come and go, and when you've learned that time doesn't rush. So I was thinking about faith tonight, and I realized it has changed a lot for me over the years. When I was younger, I thought faith was very clear. It had rules. It had right answers. Everything seemed structured. And I tried to follow it carefully, step by step, thinking that if I did everything right, then life would make sense. I remember one evening back when I was maybe 22, I sat with my father on the porch. The fireflies were blinking, and he said something about believing without doubting. I nodded, but inside, I didn't really understand. I wanted certainty, like most of us do at that age. By the time I got married, I thought faith was supposed to guide every decision. We moved to a new town, and I remember feeling, nervous about meeting new people. I thought if I prayed enough, everything would be okay. And sometimes, yes, it helped, but not always. Sometimes life had its own plans. One day, my wife and we tried to volunteer at the local shelter. I thought I'd feel, righteous, useful, but it was messy. People were upset, hungry, tired, and I realized, I couldn't fix everything. Not with faith, not with prayer, not with anything. As the years passed, life began to teach me little lessons I hadn't expected. Friends got sick. Loved ones passed away. I remember sitting by the hospital bed of my oldest friend. He had been there since we were children. He looked at me and I just held his hand. There weren't answers. There wasn't clarity. But somehow it felt sacred. By the time I was 50, faith started to feel quieter. I stopped trying to explain everything. I stopped needing to have the right words, the right ideas, the right certainty. And slowly, I started noticing small things, like the way sunlight fell on the kitchen floor, or the sound of rain on the roof, or the simple kindness of someone holding the door. It all felt like a gentle reminder that there is something beyond ourselves. And now, at 82, I see that faith isn't loud. It doesn't argue. It doesn't insist. It's not about defending anything. It's about presence. Presence in life. Presence in small moments. Presence when someone needs a smile, or a quiet ear, or just a hand to hold. I think of my grandchildren sometimes. They ask questions I can't always answer, and I tell them, that's okay. It's okay not to have all the answers. Faith, I've learned, isn't about having everything figured out. It's about patience, gentleness, learning to rest in uncertainty. And life keeps showing me these little lessons. Like one morning last week, I watched a bird struggling to build a nest, and I thought, maybe it's not perfect. Maybe it doesn't matter. It's still trying. It's still doing its best. And that's how faith feels now, trying quietly, without fuss. So I guess what I'm saying is, At this age, faith has become simple. Not simple in a way that's easy, but simple in a way that's natural. It's watching, noticing, holding space for others, for myself, for life itself. Well, I was thinking that maybe we should try it one more time, and then perhaps it will turn out better. That's kind of what faith feels like now. Not a guarantee, not a plan, just trying, gently, step by step. And if you're listening, maybe your faith has changed too. Maybe it's quieter than it once was. Maybe it's softer. That's okay. It's allowed to be quiet, allowed to be gentle, allowed to just exist. So tonight, as you lie here, take a breath. Let the day settle. Let the questions rest. Let the quiet surround you. Faith at its gentlest doesn't demand anything, and you can rest with it. You can rest with life itself. You can rest with the knowledge that, well, it's enough to simply be here. Because at 82, I've learned that's all any of us really need. The night is calm, you are safe, and it's okay to simply be. If this helped you, consider subscribing so you don't lose it. Take care and be well.